What if the most beautiful woman you ever met was also the coldest, most terrifying spirit you could imagine? Tonight, you will discover the chilling truth behind Japan's legendary snow woman, the Yuki-onna. We will uncover how a simple winter storm could lead to a deadly encounter, explore the ancient beliefs that shaped her icy legend, and understand why, even today, some still fear her silent, freezing touch. Imagine this: you are lost. A blizzard howls around you, a white curtain of snow and ice, each gust a physical blow. The world has vanished, replaced by an endless, freezing void. Your breath turns to instant frost, your fingers are numb. The path is gone. Hope is fading fast. Then, through the swirling flakes, a figure emerges. Tall, impossibly graceful, dressed in a kimono as white as the snow itself. Her skin is pale, almost translucent, her hair a cascade of black against the blinding white. Her eyes, however, are not human. They are a deep, piercing blue, like polished ice, and they fix on you with an intensity that promises both profound beauty and utter annihilation. This is the Yuki-onna, the snow woman, and you are about to learn that in Japan's frozen mountains, death often wears a captivating, deadly smile. To truly understand the Yuki-onna, the legendary snow woman, we must journey back to a time when the world was far more mysterious and dangerous. Imagine rural Japan in the 16th and 17th centuries, the Edo period, a time of relative peace but still deeply connected to ancient fears. This was an era, roughly from 1603 to 1868, when nature was not something to be conquered, but a powerful, unpredictable force, revered and feared in equal measure. For the people living in isolated mountain villages, far from the bustling cities, winter wasn't just a season, it was a brutal, life-threatening ordeal, like facing the harshest Arctic conditions without modern technology. They believed the mountains, the forests, and even the weather itself were alive with spirits, or yokai, a broad term for supernatural beings, ghosts, or monsters, similar to how medieval Europeans believed in fairies, trolls, and forest spirits. These yokai were not always evil, sometimes they were mischievous, sometimes even helpful. But the Yuki-onna was different. She embodied the raw, unforgiving power of winter itself, beautiful, silent, and utterly deadly. Her legend wasn't born from a single event, but from generations of people facing blizzards, avalanches, and the silent, creeping cold that could claim a life in minutes. This deep respect and fear of nature's power gave rise to countless tales, passed down by flickering firelight. But what was it about this specific spirit that made her so uniquely terrifying, and why did her legend center around such a specific, chilling encounter? The most enduring tale of the Yuki-onna, the snow woman, begins on a night when the wind howled like a hungry wolf. Two woodcutters, an old man named Mosaku and his young apprentice, Minakichi, were trapped in their mountain hut by a sudden, violent blizzard. They huddled together, trying to keep warm, but the cold seeped into their bones. Sometime in the night, the door burst open, and a woman appeared, tall, ethereal, with skin as white as fresh snow and eyes that glowed with an icy light. This was the Yuki-onna. She leaned over Mosaku, breathing a cold, white mist onto him, and he froze instantly, turning into a block of ice. But here is the part nobody talks about: when she turned to Minakichi, her gaze softened. Perhaps it was his youth, or his pure heart. She warned him, "I will spare your life, but you must never, ever speak of what you saw here tonight. If you do, I will return and kill you." Imagine the terror, the relief, the impossible secret he was forced to carry. It was like being given a treasure, but knowing that merely showing it to anyone would mean your immediate death. Minakichi swore he would never tell, and the Yuki-onna vanished into the storm, leaving him alone with the frozen corpse of his master and a secret that would haunt him for the rest of his days. But how long can a human truly keep such a terrifying, life-altering secret buried deep within his soul? Years passed. Minakichi, haunted by the memory, moved on with his life. One winter's day, he met a beautiful young woman named Oyuki, meaning snow, in a nearby village. Her skin was as pale as snow, her beauty captivating, and her eyes, though warm, held a hint of distant, icy calm. He fell deeply in love, and they married, building a happy life together, raising 10 beautiful children. Their life was idyllic, a testament to enduring love and family. Minakichi, now a father and a respected member of his community, had almost forgotten the chilling encounter of his youth. One snowy evening, as he watched Oyuki by the fire, her face illuminated by the flickering flames, a strange sense of déjà vu washed over him. He felt compelled to tell her about that night, about the terrifying Yuki-onna, the snow woman, who had spared his life so long ago. He described her, her icy breath, her pale beauty, the chilling warning. As he spoke, Oyuki's expression changed. The warmth in her eyes slowly faded, replaced by that familiar, piercing blue. Her skin grew paler, her form seemed to lengthen, and a cold, white mist began to emanate from her lips. "You promised," she whispered, her voice like the rustling of ice. "You promised you would never speak of it." The woman he loved, the mother of his children, was transforming before his very eyes. The beautiful Oyuki was the Yuki-onna all along. You realize with a sickening jolt that this entire time, he had been living with the very spirit who had promised his death. What will she do now to the man who broke his sacred vow? The air in the small hut grew instantly frigid, the warmth of the fire seemingly sucked away by her presence. The Yuki-onna, now fully revealed in her terrifying, ethereal form, stood over Minakichi, her icy gaze burning into his very soul. He trembled, not just from the cold, but from an overwhelming, primal fear. Death was certain, he had broken his promise. He braced himself for the chilling kiss of oblivion. But then, she looked at their children, sleeping peacefully in the next room, unaware of the horror unfolding. A flicker of something, not warmth, but perhaps a different kind of cold, a deep, ancient sorrow, crossed her face. "I should kill you," she said, her voice a whisper of wind through ice. "But I cannot. Not while our children are here. For their sake, I will spare you again." It was an act of mercy, or perhaps, a reflection of a bond even a supernatural spirit could not completely sever. With a final, piercing look that promised eternal watchfulness, she drifted towards the open doorway. She did not walk, she seemed to dissolve, melting into the swirling snow outside, leaving behind only the biting cold and the echoing memory of her warning, "If you ever harm our children, I will return." Minakichi was left alone, alive, but forever marked by the icy touch of his wife, the snow woman. He had kept his life, but at what cost? He could never truly escape the shadow of the Yuki-onna, knowing she was always watching, always waiting. The legend of the Yuki-onna, the beautiful and deadly snow woman, continues to haunt the imaginations of people in Japan and around the world, long after the Edo period, that era of isolated villages and deep natural fears. Her story is a timeless reminder of the power and danger lurking in the natural world, a concept deeply ingrained in Japanese culture, where natural phenomena are often imbued with spirit, or kami, a term for the deities or spirits revered in Shinto, Japan's indigenous religion. She represents not just the fear of winter, but also the seductive, perilous allure of the unknown, the beauty that can hide a deadly truth. Today, you can find the Yuki-onna in countless forms, as a terrifying antagonist in horror films, a tragic figure in anime and manga, and a powerful boss in video games. Her legend has adapted, but the core message remains: respect nature, keep your promises, and be wary of beauty that is too perfect, too cold. Her tale serves as a chilling fable, a warning whispered across generations, reminding us that even the most profound love can be built on the most dangerous secrets. The Yuki-onna teaches us that some promises, once broken, can never truly be forgiven, and that the past, like a blizzard, always finds a way to catch up. But what other ancient spirits, hidden in Japan's mountains and forests, still wait to tell their tales? Join us next time on Japan Storyteller, as we delve into another forgotten chapter of Japan's rich history.